Up next on The Bottom Line, a lesson on equality from some young Montgomery County students.
I'm not a terrorist, so think again.
A real-life officer-friendly who's working to improve community relations in Tacoma Park.
Hey, what's happening? All right.
And some hometown heroes are recognized for their achievements.
It's an amazing place, and I've been lucky to grow up here in Montgomery County.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Susan Kennedy. There is no denying discrimination and racial profiling are going on here in our society today. Here in Montgomery County, we have become a majority-minority jurisdiction where people from hundreds of different countries live, work, and go to school together. In one special elementary class in Gaithersburg, the students there are raising awareness of diversity, inclusion, and equality with a message that's gone global.
It's really hard to see what is written at the top, isn't it? Yeah. Do you want to make it a lighter color so I can see that at the top?
Melinda Moye teaches fourth grade at Stedwick Elementary School. Last year, when the race for president became increasingly negative, she overheard several boys in her class talking about comments they had heard. Staff at Stedwick had met about supporting those students who might be upset about some of the remarks, so Moye decided to talk to her class.
We started off with just having a basic discussion about, have you ever heard anything that was negative said about your gender, your race, your religion, or ethnicity? And from those conversations that we were having, we realized that a lot of them felt angry about what they had heard.
From there, the class began to craft their poem, sharing things they had heard about them or others that were not true. They named the poem The Lie.
The lie. Muslims are terrorists.
Black boys are bad.
Girls are not athletic.
Latinos can't.
This powerful message has gone viral, reaching tens of thousands of viewers from across the globe. The video was produced by the son of the principal of Stedwick Elementary, Dr. Peggy Pastor.
If my son came without a crew or just himself.
So you shouldn't judge me or people like me. So stop the lies.
When he finished production in September, The Lie was shared within the school.
Those negative words.
But through sharing on social media, the video went viral. Dr. Pastor says they have been surprised by its success and proud of the impact it is making.
Children have a special way of telling us the truth about their experiences, and we as the adults in their worlds have a special role in making sure that they're prepared for the world that they're going to live in, that they do not feel belittled or diminished, that they have a response if someone says something to them that makes them feel bad, that they can tell their own truths, that their truth is real, and that we support them in that truth. I think that's important for children anywhere, and probably the same could be said for adults everywhere.
This is Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. I'm Susan. Nice to meet you.
And this is Perry.
Hi, Perry. Ashley and Perry participated in The Lie. Today they are in 5th grade and understand the importance of having a strong sense of self. And working on the project has allowed each of them to stand up for what they believe in.
I thought we made a difference, but before I didn't know if this was going to go so far because not everyone knows the truth, and I didn't know if they were going to believe us because some people just don't want to believe. And I thought we made a really big difference.
It has been amazing how far it has gone, the different countries that have seen it, the number of adults that have said, you know, I experienced people saying negative things to me, and I am so glad that you're teaching these children how to speak up for themselves.
And they have been heard. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue will use the video in its diversity training, and recently the students celebrated Human Rights Day with the County Council and were recognized for their good work with a proclamation presented by Council President Roger Berliner and Council members Craig Rice and Sidney Katz.
In a day and era in which we question who we are, all you have to do is look at that video and you know who we are as a society. They are the real story about who we identify as the leaders in our community. These children are amazing.
I'm not a thief. I've never stolen.
I remember one time my mom saw the video of us at the council and she got so happy that I think she almost cried. And then my dad and my brother, they thought I did a good job with the video too.
You push me down just to pull yourself up. You use lies to make me feel like that's what I really am. Like I really am a thief. But I know I'm not a thief because I still am just like you.
And so it has been overwhelming. It's been an amazing, wonderful experience for the students to see themselves as somebody who has a voice and somebody that can be listened to, and people appreciate what they're saying.
Girls can definitely be athletic. I'm not a terrorist, so think again.
I am black. I am not aggressive. I would not harm anyone.
These 10-year-olds understand by exposing the lie, we will understand the truth. Many of us grew up with a neighborhood police officer who reminded us to look both ways before crossing the street and not to talk to strangers. Today, those types of officers are harder to find, but one Tacoma Park policeman is working to bring back the neighborhood officer friendly in hopes of improving the relationships between the police and the community they serve.
Big, come on now, let's get serious. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Today we'll be giving a speech to the honor roll recipients at the Don Bosco Cristo Rey School. Ready for this? Yeah.
Captain Collington has earned several department awards for his exemplary performance of his duties while serving the Tacoma Park Police Department. So please help me welcome Captain Collington.
Tyrone Collington has been a Tacoma Park police officer for 18 years, but he will tell you it wasn't an easy road getting there.
And my father said you're going to wind up getting yourself in a whole bunch of trouble if you don't straighten up. Could have took that and said, you know what, if he says I'm going to be nothing, I might as well be nothing. I was determined to be different than what my father just told me the night before.
Captain Collington recently spoke at Don Bosco Cristo Rey High School, a Catholic college preparatory school for students with limited means.
If you can conceive it in your mind, believe it in your heart, you can achieve it.
But speaking to students in Tacoma Park is nothing new for Collington.
How many people in here want to be successful? Let me see.
He visits with students on a daily basis, both in the classroom and the community.
In light of everything that's going on across the country, we're trying to bridge that gap and let them know that we do care about them. You know, that's why I pour into these schools and I try to speak to as many kids as I can on a daily basis. You know, it's like a calling. You know, you have to want to do this.
As a young boy, Collington grew up in Washington, D.C. with a policeman in his community who he referred to as officer friendly. Today, he wants to be that guy, the one that folks in the neighborhood can turn to and count on to be there. He wants to reinstill the community's faith in the police.
Achievement starts with the desire. You have to want to succeed in life. And, you know, and I shared a story with them about how to be successful.
Each day at 4 p.m., you'll find Captain Collington catching up with the kids from Piney Branch Elementary School. It's something he looks forward to every day, and so do the kids.
So it's nothing for me to, you know, ask about homework. How was school?
Good.
Give them a, you know, a little treat. I give them like a couple dollars, and I count them. So taxes like 105, 106. So I always give them $1.25. Go down to the store and I make sure each one gets it.
You got taxes.
Thank you.
All right. And quite frankly, I just think that giving back to them, hopefully one day when they get older and realize Officer Collington really cared about us.
And he's also sure to keep his finger on the pulse of the young adults in Tacoma Park.
Everything that you're doing today is preparing you for college tomorrow.
His message to the men and women at Don Bosco Cristo Rey, each and every one of them has the ability to become a high flyer in life.
If you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you'll be successful. We're starting to make that connection now, that I don't do this for accolades or any recognition. I do this because I really care. I genuinely care about the kids.
And in an effort to help strengthen relationships between residents and the police, Collington, business owner Megan Murphy, and Mayor Kate Stewart kicked off Unity in the Community, It began as a conversation between the three and turned into a plan of action.
So we did a questionnaire and we polled the community, what type of services would you like to see? Is it dialoguing with the police? Is it like setting up after school programs with the kids, which I'm involved in that now as well? We have to continue to do to bridge that gap, to reinstill that trust that the community used to have with the police. Thank you very much.
And for Collington, being able to affect a young person's life in a positive manner is humbling.
They only pay me for 8 hours. My other pay comes from the fulfillment that I get from the interaction. So I don't even worry about it. Hey, what's up, man? Good. Hey, what's happening? All right.
Oh man, he's done wonders for my neighborhood. Yes, yeah, oh yeah. He's, I mean, without people like him on the force, it wouldn't be as great Tacoma Park, right, guys?
No, I just love what I do.
Thank you.
All right.
How much can I ride?
Watch out for the cars coming back. It really warms me up.
There was plenty of Maryland pride at last year's Olympics in Rio. Maryland's 18 total Olympic medals placed the state 14th in overall medal count for the Games. 6 of those gold medals came from right here in Montgomery County. And recently, residents came out in full force to honor these hometown heroes. It was a packed house at the Silver Springs Civic Center for a celebration honoring 3 Montgomery County Olympic heroes. Swimmers Katie Ledecky and Jack Conger joined kayaker Ashley Nee for the community ceremony. All 3 athletes participated in the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio.
We're just so proud that they come from Montgomery County. Their performances in Rio made our country proud, our county proud. Not just because they won gold medals, but because of their resolve and their tenacity.
Olympic wrestler Helen Morales was not able to attend the festivities, but was honored as well. In all, Montgomery County athletes brought home 6 gold medals from the Rio Games.
Nice to be home. It's nice to celebrate with everyone from this past summer and to get all together and to just thank the community. It's an amazing place, and I've been lucky to grow up here in Montgomery County.
Slalom canoer and Northwest High graduate Ashley Nee said because of the support of county residents, her dream to go to the Olympics became a reality.
Champions are made here. That sport being smaller means I don't get as much funding as some of the larger sports. But for me, it came through my community. They funded several of my seasons completely. And there's no doubt in my mind I would not have been able to get to the games without them.
Rockville resident Jack Conger earned a gold medal for the men's 200-meter freestyle relay. He credits his family and coaches for where he is today.
All about surrounding yourself with the right people, and you kind of have to make sure that you have the right mentality when you grow up to just kind of set goals for yourself, and as you get older, just working hard toward those goals and making sure your friends and family are supportive of you, and just believe and sort of have that faith and that passion, and the rest will take care of itself.
After the ceremony, County Executive Leggett invited the kids in the audience up to the stage for pictures with the athletes. Some of them could barely contain their excitement. All of this as the athletes' families looked on with pride.
She's had wonderful coaches here in Montgomery County, and what a great place to grow up. I mean, we are so happy that both our kids grew up here, and we just feel the support and the love, and she does that all the time.
Coming back means a lot because we really don't get to see them a lot. Even when we were down in the Olympics, we saw them literally for a couple hours. That was about it. So to get them back here and to have a ceremony like this, where our family and friends and people they grew up with and his friends can, talk to them and see them again, it's a great event. It's a great honor.
And not only did they honor themselves, they honored all of America from what they've done and the way that they conduct themselves. And tonight is just another example of how a community wants them to know how proud each of us are of them.
Local pride. We are just so proud of these outstanding athletes. This was just a perfect event, and we're all feeling good, as I said, at a time when we really need something to make us feel good.
And what's next for this group? A little rest, and then time to start thinking about the 2020 Games.
4 years is a long time, so we kind of just take it step by step. I'm training out at Stanford now and getting adjusted to that and setting some goals for the short term and the long term, and I hope I'll be in Tokyo in 2020.
Also announced at the ceremony, Montgomery County will be creating its own Hall of Fame with the Olympian athletes as its first inductees. Well, that does it for this edition of The Bottom Line. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for watching.